evening. Good evening, conscious creators. How are you doing? I don't think you can hear me. I'm going to see if I can get my headset in. Headset on. How's everybody doing this evening? It's 7 o'clock. It's 7. It's 7 at 7. Your mini life coach session with me, Jean Aaron, life coach, also known as the conscious creator, like yourself, conscious ones like you are. Curtis Mayfield, an old tune. Keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. You know, that's when you need a little push. You know, just about to run out of some gas. You know, you need a little shove. Step off the gas a little bit and coast down. You know, so Curtis is talking about keep on keeping on, even if you have to go on just the steam that's left. Keep on keeping on. We have no right to the music. We want Facebook to understand that we recognize that, and we just listen. We just appreciate it. We love and appreciate it and enjoy it. So good evening. Hope you all. Well, you did. You kept on keeping on until you got here. So here we are, Sunday, 7 at 7. Your mini life coach session. This is September the 13th, 2020. Won't ever happen again. September the 13th, 2020 won't ever happen again, okay? I hope you all took advantage of observing 9/11 a couple of days ago, remembering, you know, our fallen comrades, our fallen friends and family, and, you know, just fellow Americans. We just want to keep that in. We want to always keep that in mind. We don't want to take it for granted that, you know, something tragic like that could have a standstill, and we just kind of, you know, year by year just let it go by. So hopefully we recognize that. I know some of the municipalities, the government's facilities and government agencies, they did some memorials for that day. I saw some things online. I have to apologize. I've been kind of out of pocket for a little bit, kind of doing some staycation. I went kind of drove a couple of, you know, just a couple of minutes up the road, you know, and kind of spent the day at the beach yesterday. It was fun. Kind of got rained on a little bit later on in the afternoon and the evening, but, you know, it was okay. I was near the water, so water is water from above or so below, you know. So it was nice. If you guys are in Cobb County or Bartow County, Cherokee County, anywhere around there, and you're looking for, you know, just to sit by a body of water and do some meditation or just reflect, Ackworth Beach is the place to be. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I don't want to stop it yet because I still want to feel it. Because I've been pushing myself. You know, I'm probably a typical light worker. The last person we're going to take care of is ourselves, right? We run around and you know, checking on mom, checking on dad, checking on kids and grandkids and friends and neighbors, and, you know, running people to the hospital, you know, neighbors having heart attacks and, you know, rescuing them, you know, playing light worker, super light worker, you know. And we kind of forget about ourselves. So I kind of took a little bit of time out, and, you know, I went to see my granddaughter the other day, and she gave me a new hairdo. You know, she's starting her business, so she wanted a model. So she said, "Grandma, can you do that?" So of course, you know, she hooked me up. So hope you like my hair. You know, it's kind of different. You know, my ethnic look. I like it though. I like it. Thank you, Kazia. I love you, girl. She's my first granddaughter. We were laughing the whole time she was doing my hair. So anyway, welcome to the 7 at 7 on Sunday, and it is where you get an opportunity to have kind of a mini life coach session with me. Life coach. But I do want to remind you who you are. You know, you are a conscious one. You're a conscious creator. You're a co-creator with the universe, with God, with Creator, with me, with whomever. We're co-creating our realities, our lives, the creating the dreams and the things that we want in our lives and experiences we want. And we're created out of the image. We're created from the image of God, source, universe, creation, creator. And we're made out of the same stuff that Creator is made out of, aka energy. So that's who we are. That's who you are. And I also want to let you know that you can do what Creator can do. You know, Creator spoke. So let there be light, and it was light, right? It hasn't stopped either, right? So you can do the same thing. You can say, let there be this new, new car in the driveway, or this new job, or this new relationship. You can call those things that be not as they were, because that's what our Creator did. That's what Source does. You can do the same thing because you are in the image of Creator. I like to always remind you of that when I can. Sometimes I let it slip by because tonight is life coach lesson time. But I want to make sure that I throw that out there, that you are who you are, what you are, and how you are. And I also want you to know that you are beloved. I'm going to turn this down now. We're going into Kim. I don't want to talk about Kim. I want you to know that you are beloved, that God loves you, that you are the apple of his eye. And you can look at yourself sometimes in the mirror and you can just remind yourself, Daddy said he loved me. Father loves me. God loves me. Creation loves me. I am beloved. You can remind yourself of that sometimes. And if you get kind of down in the dumps and you feel like you're gonna go on steam, try Curtis Mayfield. I like that. I like that tune by Curtis Mayfield. It has a message. It has a nice little message to it. Nice little beat too. But it has a nice message to it. I am wanting to kind of throw out a couple of announcements. We are now visible we have a presence on Instagram thanks to my lovely. She says she's my what is she? My marketing manager? I don't know. Anyway, she got that all hooked up for us, and we got some content over there. We're going to start probably putting, sharing our videos and our content with, kind of across the platforms. YouTube. We're on YouTube now. We're on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm not sure about Twitter. I have a thing about Twitter, so I have to kind of pray on that one. But we'll probably end up on Pinterest and Twitter, and I think there's a couple of more that's kind of popped up since this old lady kind of started doing social media. You had to join. Can't beat them, join them. So here I am. Anyway, we are still Zooming. We're still Zooming the Conscious Creators Toolbox, and I have to confess something. I was meditating, just a few days ago, just a couple of days ago, and actually, like a week ago, really, just to be honest about it. And I was impressed that who told you that to charge for the messages that I give you to share? And I said, well, nobody. So we will probably go back to our Conscious Creators Toolbox. We'll probably just go back to doing them online. Until we can get face-to-face, and they'll be open we're going to be doing them probably on the platform on Facebook, because it will be a little bit longer than 30 minutes. I think Instagram is only 30 minutes. We could do YouTube as well, and we might do YouTube instead of Facebook, just because of a few things that we want to do that, kind of restricted a little bit with Facebook. So we'll let you know, but next month, we'll be either back here on Facebook doing our Conscious Creator Toolbox on Thursday, or we will be back, we'll be on YouTube, but we'll let you know before next month on that. Okay? I see somebody here. Hello. Hi. How's everybody doing? Hello. But if you would like to participate in the Zoom Conscious Creators, the sessions for the rest of, I think we have 3 more this month. You can do that by PayPal, Zelle, Venmo, and Cash App. The sessions are $10. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to do is I'll do something nice with the funds. Before I was part of ITC, and I would probably make a donation to that agency or to that nonprofit. I'll probably make a donation to that, because I definitely want to be obedient to my spirit, to my guides, and do what is probably because I expect to be blessed. I expect to be blessed and highly favored when I obey. So we'll continue to do it this month, since we kind of got everything set up. But after, and we'll probably be making a donation to ITC or to some nonprofit organization with those funds. PayPal, and it's Jean Aaron. PayPal is Jean Aaron. I think it's Jean Aaron 204 with the dollar sign. Zelle, you have to call me for my number or text me for my number if you want to do Zelle. I don't want to, yell it out over the phone. Venmo is Jean dash Aaron, and Cash App is just Jean Aaron with the dollar sign, of course. So if you want to take part, and remember, we only have 14 slots at those sessions. So first come, first serve, first 14 in is how we do it. And we are talking about the individuality of your conscious individuality. You are a unique individual consciousness. You are, of course, made out of the same stuff that we all are made out of. We all have that in common, and we have that connection because we're actually existing in that stuff that we are created from. So we're connected, and we're all in it together. We're all in it together. So we're connected in that fact and that truth. But we are unique. We all have our own unique characteristics, our own unique traits, our own unique levels of awareness, if you would. Because some of us are more aware than others. Some of us are, on the verge of, ascending to, I don't know, to wherever they go after that. But we are, we have that individuality, and that's what we're talking about in the Conscious Creators Toolbox this month. What makes us unique, as opposed to being just like, kind of the energy that we all are. What makes us unique, and it's not. And I will tell you right now, we talk nothing about the body. We will probably have some sessions in the future talking about, what the body is to that being, that eternal being that we are, that either house the body or vice versa. There's arguments one way or the other. We know we are in the body. Our being is in the body, or our body is in the being. So I'm not going to go there right now, but maybe when we do Conscious Creative, when we do a session, we'll talk a little bit more about that. And maybe invite somebody that has a different opposing opinions about that, because it's really interesting how they think. I personally think we kind of inhabit the body, but then you look at it in another way. That supreme being, it's over and beyond what the body can ever be. So maybe we are, maybe the body is in it. Anyway, it's our earth suit. We have to wear this body while we're here. So in 3D. So this is where we are with that. But we will have a session in the future about the body and the antenna that it is, the receiving source that it is from divine and from creation and from the energy. It's just energy. It's energy too. The body is energy, just like our being is energy. It's just a different format, just a different form of that energy, different frequency, different consistency of it. And everything is energy. Absolutely everything is energy. Some solid, some not solid. And some visible, some not visible. So we start with the invisible to bring it to the visible. So. But we'll talk about that. We talk about that in Zoom. We talk about that during our Conscious Creators Toolbox. And I try to kind of share that a little bit when I'm just talking to you, just sharing with you. Anyway, I don't know. This afternoon, I don't have a lot to say today because I'm still kind of on staycation time, But I do want to remind you that, just kind of share with you that if you happen to have been available sometime during the afternoon around noon, we were testing out, trying out something new that we want to do. We want to invite our co-creators, you, conscious ones. We want to invite you onto some of our sessions when we actually broadcasting in the future. So we were kind of testing out how we can share Facebook, the screen, have at least two people on the screen to share and talk. So this afternoon we had one of our co-creators, a member. His name is Tom Allenson. He is from Liverpool, England, in Great Britain, and he is he's actually a life coach like myself. I was kind of hoping that he would be here tonight. I don't see him. Let me check real quick. Hold on just a second. See if he's anywhere around. I'll shoot him an invite and see if I can get him to come in. But he's going to. Like I said, he's a life coach like myself. I think he focuses on coaching single parents, and being a guy, his first line of focus is those men, those single parents who are men, males, who's raising children, kind of on their own, like a single mom, but he's a single dad. He has two young children. I'm not sure the ages, but if he was here, he would tell you about them. And hopefully he will. He's going to join us at some future time because being a life coach, I would like to invite him to do 7 at 7 sometimes with me. I'm also wanting him to kind of share a little bit about some of his passion. And we had talked earlier today, and if he wasn't sleepy or sleep, because we have 5 hours difference. It's actually 12 midnight there in Liverpool. I thought we were 4, but we're actually 5 hours. He's 5 hours ahead of us, so it's like midnight there, and it's 7 o'clock here. So he said, "I might be on, Gene, but if I'm on, I'm gonna be in bed." And I said, "Well, maybe we better not take that chance." And he laughed. He says, "I'll put on a shirt and some shorts just in case." I said, "Well, okay, in that case." But if he shows up, we'll, he'll talk to you a few minutes just to say hello to you. But he's really, if you got an opportunity to hear him, I took the it was just a test. It was just a test video, so I didn't want to leave it up. It had a lot of had a lot of craziness in it, so I didn't want to leave it up, So, but I might put it back. I might doctor on it and put it back up. We'll see what happens because he had quite a bit to say. But we were just testing out to see if it was possible, how we could do that. So we were able to do it. So we may invite some of you all to be a guest sometimes on our broadcast. I am still looking for an astrologist, someone that does that knows about horoscopes and how to read charts and how to do your astrology chart, your zodiac charts and things like that. So if you know somebody like that, Evan, put them in touch with me. I would like for them to be a guest on one of our Conscious Creators Toolbox sessions sometime in the future. So if you know somebody that does that, please have them give me a shout and a call out. So let's see, I think what Tom was going to talk about, and I'm going to prelude just in case he shows up. I'll kind of set it up. But I talk about it. I've talked about it before. He was going to talk about fear because we kind of touched a little bit. We kind of touched on it a little bit today, talking about our culture and being cultured as once we come here awake and aware as babies. Just like little sponges, just ready to soak up things. But we soak up, but we get enculturated as well. And some of the things that happens to us is we fall from that fearless person, and I won't say that totally fearless because fear is an instinct that is it's for self-preservation, right? So we have that built into our being, our bodies, and so. But anyway, we kind of touched on it a little bit, and he was going to kind of talk about his take on fear. One thing I would like to share in regards to guests coming on, I would like to ask you as conscious creators, and of course you're conscious, you're aware, so you understand that we're all at different levels of consciousness and different levels of awareness. So I always want you to be open and remain open and have an open mind about what you hear. And don't be afraid to hear something different and contradictory of what you believe and what you've always known. Don't ever, ever, ever fear that because you can still stand in your truth. Nobody's trying to push you off into another one. We just want to, we should all want to open up ourselves to one another to express how we see the world. Because honestly, I will promise you, there are no two people that see the world the same. There's no two beings behind the eyes that sees and interprets and translates and express and experience the same perception. We're all very unique, and we're talking about that in the Conscious Creators Toolbox, how that's so unique. And you tend to think that everybody sees it like you do. I promise you, you're the only person that sees it like you do. Everybody sees it like they see it, okay? You may have a similar perception or awareness of it, but we all have a different take on it, just a different take on it, it's just different. I mean, blue is blue, of course, but how we see blue, maybe blue looks a different shade than it do to me, to you. So, but I want to ask you as conscious creators, as conscious ones, and proclaiming that you are aware, I want you to, make that one of your mantras, that I am open-minded. I am open to hear and listen to to what anyone has to say to me. I am not threatened by what another person believes or how another person thinks. I am not afraid to hear something that's contradictory of what I believe or what I stand and what I represent. And it just has nothing at all to do with how I live my life and how I represent and how I represent my authenticity. That I am who I am because I am who I am. And they are who they are because they are who they are. Hope, at some point we come together. And I have this thing that one thing we want to absolutely work on coming together on is that's our perception of love. Because love is the only power, the only force that really creates, that really does the most in creation. It gives you, it's a life giver, it's a life saver, it's a life preserver, it's a protector. It's cohesiveness. It brings us together as one. We're all floating around in this energy and we're all connected by the energy. But love is in that mix. It keeps us just appreciating and respecting and representing ourselves and honoring each other. So we want love to be our universal language, our universal religion, if you would, our universal spirituality, our universal awareness. Let that be. Let that be. When you think of energy, or you think of what's common about us, let it be love, and seek to understand how you perceive love and how I perceive love, and just be accepting of that difference, or that perception of love. Because the bottom line, we all want to live, we all want to be loved, we all want to share love, we want to be loved, we want to love, we want an opportunity to love, and so let's do it. Let's do it, because that's a power that conquers all, and create all, and make us one. So, but anyway, he was going to talk about fear, and my take on fear. My thing on fear is you can fear all you want to fear. Fear it, fear it, be scared, shaking your boots if you have to, but do it anyway. Whatever it is that you set your mind to do not be afraid to do it. And do not be afraid to step out into the unknown, because absolutely everything that is worth doing or happening happens in the unknown. It happens in the void. It happens in well, what next? You step out on that, and you can't, even if you're afraid to do it, just, sit with your fear for a minute or two and say, hey, come on, fear, we got to go. We're taking this jump. We're taking this dive. So that's my take on fear. That's my take on fear. We're going to have it. It's going to be around. It's going to be about. But it's not going to stop us from loving or from manifesting and creating the life that we want. And it's not going to stop us from embracing the differences that we have in one another. It's not going to do that. It's not going to create walls or fences around ourselves and around the others to separate us from who we are. Because really, if you come right down to it, that fence is energy too. So right there, we're still connected. So we're all in it together, y'all. No matter how you twist it or turn it or wish it away or want it to be, I got my side of, this is my postage stamp place over here on 1600 wherever I am, and that's yours over there 2530 wherever you are. But no. We're all in this together. It's all one big energy pool of energy, just different forms of it, floating around in it. So, but anyway, I am not seeing my friend tonight. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Good evening. I'm not seeing Tom tonight, so he probably fell asleep. I think he's got school tomorrow with the kids. He homeschools his kids, so he's probably fast asleep, because he said he called me around 5:30, and he says, I'm going to try to be awake. He says, but I'm not sure. I'm getting kind of tired. I've been running around with these kids all afternoon, and answering the phone and people calling and talking. So I don't know. So he probably didn't make it, but we'll see if he will be. I'll see. I'll make sure that he can kind of stop in on Thursday. A little bit, maybe Thursday. I don't know. Same time, we have 7 o'clock, so still it's going to be midnight there anyway. We may have to wait and kind of do something special to bring him on, a special session or something to bring him on. We kind of talked about doing something on a weekly basis, but we got to kind of talk about that a little bit more, because that's a big obligation to kind of step out and want to do that. So he wants to kind of think about that a little bit, and we'll come up with a plan to maybe have him come on periodically to do, a 7 at 7 or something like that. We may can record it at a different time and broadcast it at 7 o'clock or something like that. We'll work it out. We'll work it out because I would really like for you to meet him. He's got a lot of passion, and he's got just tons of understanding and tons of knowledge about who we are and what we are and why we are. And he loves to share it. He loves to share it. And again, his forte or his niche is single parenting, and it's guys, it's men who are raising their children as single parents. So he said he's been doing that since his little. I think his son is maybe 7 or 8, and he's been doing that since he was 9 months old. So he's been at it for a bit, and he's been sharing his experiences, what he's learned with other people who are single parents raising their children. He's working on a course. I will kind of spill the beans on that. I hope you don't care. But he is working on a course where he's actually going to, wants to make it an online, something to offer online for single men and raising their children. So hopefully we'll kind of keep him in your thoughts and prayers and send him love and light in that project, because I know, all you moms who's homeschooling their children nowadays, those online access to online classes and courses are kind of a lifesaver to you sometimes. You can go make lunch while you got the kids online doing a course. So kind of keep him in your thoughts and prayers as he works on that project. His name is Tom. Tom from Liverpool. He's in a little town called Paradise. I think that's so neat. I like the thought of that. So he'll hopefully be with us sometime in the future. And I'll try to kind of doctor up the video and put in, maybe post it, because he spent 10 to 15 minutes chatting with us. So maybe we can fix it up and share it. I was kind of a mess. I was, didn't have any makeup on and nothing. So I was kind of like out there. But anyway, y'all won't care. Y'all still love me. I love you. Anyway, so listen, that's all I've got tonight. And I'm not going to do a session. I just kind of wanted to share that with you, remind you who you are. And you are a conscious creator, created out of the image of the Creator, out of created like God, like creation, like source, like the universe. You created out of the same stuff that God and creation and source is made out of, and you can do the same things that God and creation and creator and source and the universe can do. You can do those things, and you are co-creating with creation, with God, with source. You're co-creating with each other, one another. We're creating with one another constantly, all the time, having our experiences. I cannot create alone. It always takes two, at least two, to create anything. And 9 times out of 10, it takes a whole lot more behind the scene to create stuff that we create or that we want to create in the process, if we really stop and think about all the hands and all of the hearts and all the minds that come into play when we want to just create something like just a new job. Somebody had to create the whole concept of the job, the position. Somebody had to be responsible for creating the location of if it's in a building somewhere, the building had to be made. So all those people that had their hands on what you're creating, just be thankful for them and remember them and give them a shout out. And when you're remembering, you're sending love and light around and about. Let universe know how much we appreciate, tell God how grateful we are and thankful we are that we're not in this alone, that we have each other. We have folk that we don't even know that we have, and we want to thank them too. Father, we want them to know that we appreciate them being part of our experience here in 3D, in this earth, in this place, in this plane. And act like it. Act like we're grateful. Because keep that smile on your face. Keep the smile on your face. I always tell myself I remind myself every morning to start the day out with a heart full of gratefulness, and just to be thankful. And sometimes, you wake up, you drag yourself out of bed, but stop. And sometime before the morning gets away from you, and just acknowledge that you are grateful and you're thankful for being who you are and being what you are and having what you are, the power, the skill, the abilities, and everything up above and below that's available to you. That's all I have tonight. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You guys have a wonderful week. We'll be around on Thursday for Conscious Creators Toolbox. Again, if you want to join that session, it's going to be like we got 14 slots, 15 with me. PayPal, Jean Aaron 204. Venmo is Jean Aaron, and Cash App is Jean Aaron, just Jean Aaron, if you want. And the sessions are $10, and we're going to be doing that until the end of the month because that's how we started out. So I don't want to stop in the middle of the stream. So anyway, thank you guys for joining me, for being with me, and you have a wonderful week. Give me a shout sometime. Shoot me a text message or an email, or message me, and just share something with me. Let me know what's going on, or if you have any questions about the life coaching accountability services, I'm available. I take a minimal number of clients, but right now I've got a couple of open slots. So if anybody's interested, I've got some open spaces. I don't try to do like a full. I'm not a full-time anything because I'm retired. Right, I've worked. I've done my duty, but I do take some clients. So and I've got a couple of slots that I have available. I just picked up a mentoring one of my friends from Toastmasters, so that kind of took a slot away. So I think I got maybe 2 slots that I can have maybe a couple of. So if you're interested in the service, give me a call, give me message me or whatever. You can go to jeanaaron.com, send me an email, or info@jeanaaron.com if you want to send me an email, requesting, kind of a brochure or something about what we do. But the website is jeanaaron.com, and that has I think it has the rates on there too. I'm not sure, but anyway, it talks about the service. I'm done. You guys have a wonderful week. Moms and dads who's homeschooling, enjoy the kids, have fun, and I will see some of you on Thursday, and I'll see you back here next Sunday at 7 for 7 at 7 on Sunday. Mini life coach session. I love you guys. Be blessed and manifest best. Good night.